Today is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, a time to showcase our gratitude and thanks to all of our first responders and to give thanks for everything that they do to keep our community safe. I recently had the chance to speak with some officers at the West Bloomfield Police Station to hear what they had to say on why they got involved in law enforcement in the first place.
As a school resource officer, I, along with one other school resource officer, were responsible for most juvenile incidents that occur in the township as well as within the schools. I was a former school teacher for 5 years, so part of my heart is still in that aspect, and I believe it's a great way to impact the lives of students and West Bloomfield residents.
I always saw movies and TV shows growing up, and I just thought it was really interesting, especially seeing like the stuff in the courtroom afterwards and the investigations and things like that. I just thought it was really interesting.
My brother has cerebral palsy. He has special needs. I've spent my entire life working with people and being surrounded by people who need help and have a different lifestyle than the average person. And law enforcement has a lot of connections and goes out on a lot of mental health calls or helping those with special needs. And I kind of value to the department because I have a different perspective than other people have because I've grown up a different way. And my sense of wanting to put other people before me and having the responsibility of helping people and being the person that pulls them out if they need help comes from my family situation. And I know that going into law enforcement, I can help people that way.
Some very powerful reasons that hit close to home for some of our local officers. But as cool and exciting as a job in law enforcement may be, there are also some very real challenges that come with the jobs, as these officers later explained to me.
Most people don't realize that everything we do is different. Every call we respond to, it's different. Nothing is the same. So it's really hard to prepare for something when everything you do is different. And we deal with a lot of people with mental health crisis, and that's something that prior to doing this I didn't realize I would be doing. But we help a lot of people going through a crisis, and that's something that we're the first ones to respond to that.
We are on the radio with both police and fire at the same time that we're on the phone. We're doing a lot of paperwork at the same time, a lot of research at the same time, and we're managing court paperwork also sometimes at the same time. So we do a lot more than most people would think that we do.
We usually respond to, people having situations on their worst day. We usually don't interact with people having their best day. That's why they call us out there. So a lot of what we do is going out and assisting people with whatever problem they might be having that day. So it can be surrounded in some negativity at times, but that's why we do it, because we can go out to those people that are having a bad day and do what we can to make it better.
Like these officers said, it's not an easy job by any means, but the appreciation from the citizens of the West Bloomfield community makes all of the hard work worth it in the end. And the officers explained to me just how much the community's support really means to them and touches their hearts.
Our residents are great with showing appreciation. We can almost depend on like if you have to work Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, our residents feed us on those days, but just day-to-day response to calls, you are able to help and see appreciation with the people that you're helping on a day-to-day basis when you go on calls.
We're fortunate enough to work in a township here where we're supported by our population. Very frequently when we do go out to calls, people are thanking us, or just driving through subdivisions, driving down the road, people, wave to us, smile. So it feels good to be able to make an impact on the community in that way.
People come in, and even if it's like the smallest thing, like to you it's not a big problem, right? To somebody else it's a huge problem. And you give them all the resources, you figure out the answers for them, you figure it out. And like those people, they get so excited and they get so happy in their emotions, even if it's still not the greatest answer that they want. They're relief is pushed off their shoulder. They feel like somebody's helping you. And seeing how much my help helps them and how all our resources work for them in solving all their issues is tremendous. And I stand by the fact that, like, you're not just the only person in the world. There's a million other people, and things don't work unless there's communication, and we're working as a community. I want to make my mark in the world, and I know that helping other people and showing them that I care means more than you could have ever known.
These officers certainly make their mark every single day, and we thank them so much for everything that they do for the West Bloomfield community and beyond. So a big thank you to all of the officers who took the time to meet with me and to tell me their thoughts on working in this amazing community.